there was almost an accident that caused the road rage. So the microwave truck driver was speeding down the road, and the young man was driving in the left lane, I think, and the microwave truck was in the right lane. He merged over, and while the microwave truck was speeding really fast, had to brake abruptly, had a bout of road rage, and found it to be the appropriate thing to do was to get out his car and go approach the young man's car, and then proceed to open the young man's door. And I guess gravity was not his friend that day, because he just fell into the young man's lap backwards, and the young man proceeded to defend himself, and you could see the young man put him in a headlock. I thought the young man did great.
Yeah, he held his composure from what we saw. I thought he did great, because I can't say I wouldn't have been punching. I might have been. First of all, he wouldn't have get that close.
Listen, don't open my car door.
Yeah, I would imagine.
What you doing? Opening my car door?
Yeah.
Stay in your car, blow your horn, flip the bird, cuss me out, whatever. You get out your car, come to my car, open the door. That's crazy work. So then after that, I guess a little something ensued. The guy, the microwave truck driver, had a scratch on his face. The police get there.
Yeah, why you call it a microwave truck?
Because that's a famous.
I know.
Anyway, continue.
There was a funny video that went out calling it that.
Yeah.
And so the police obviously didn't have the benefit of having the video footage at hand, so they see someone who's injured that was in contact with someone else. So the assumption is made that that the youth hurt the Larry. I guess we can say that that the youth hurt him. So they arrested him on suspicion of assault. Now, I didn't have a gripe with that. No, people were upset. I didn't have a gripe with that. What I had a gripe with was, now that after all the video footage is out, that I would imagine the police would come out and say, okay, we're dropping charges against the youth, and now we're going to arrest Larry.
But they haven't announced charges against him, period.
No. Against the youth?
No, you arrested on suspicion.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying is like, we're not going to pursue anything, right? I would expect them to announce that and say that we're actually going to arrest Larry.
No, instead.
But there's nothing.
The police commissioner came out and said, y'all calm down.
Now, I don't know if they're going to or not, but right now it's a little like...
It's a process that
I hope it's just my ignorance or whatever, but I'm just like, it's been a couple of days now, and I would hope Larry would have been
and for me, this where the frustration lies for Caymanian.
So and the thing is, right, and people's frustration is just at like the precipice of the pot, and a little incident now.
Yes, it's going to tip it over.
It's going to boil over now, right? Because if this had happened few years back or whatever, I mean, there might be a little something, but having the back-to-back incidents plus everything else, it is going to be, people are just on edge waiting for the next thing to happen. And I'll tell you a little story. I was at pickleball Friday, and I was playing with some expat friends of mine, right? And after pickleball, we were getting food and stuff. I was just on my phone, and a couple of them were talking, and one of them said, "Man, we're getting such a bad rep now." And I'm like, you know what? It's kind of because like it only takes a couple of bad apples to paint, and same thing happens to us, right? Yeah. You have a couple of Caymanians that may not do the job right, and all of a sudden all Caymanians are lazy.
Yeah.
Right? So for them now, a couple of expats do some dumb shit, and all of a sudden all expats are bad, kind of deal. So she was telling my other friend, I can't say his name, I don't want out nobody doesn't thing there, but the woman was telling my friend, they're like, yeah, we're getting such a bad rep now, these incidents happening, and there's people out here trying to do the right thing, and then you got these assholes, and I'm like, yeah, it's rough, but I guess this is where we're at socially. It's kind of sad that there's such a divide. And I guess there really shouldn't be. You would hope that people could get along. People would come to a country, try to ingratiate themselves, have a certain respect for the people that live in that country. Mm-hmm. But I guess there are just some people who come here they don't come here for the love. They come here just for the money.
For what benefit for them? For their own benefit, sorry.
You know, but thankfully, I'm gonna go on a limb and say I hope that's not the majority. There are many expats that come here and make great lives, that make great contributions to society, to culture, to conservation, to nonprofits. Like a lot of them come here and make great contributions, in my opinion, from what I've seen. Mm-hmm. But obviously, a couple of bad apples, and it's gonna be it's gonna be sad. There's gonna be a time where, I mean, that was an actual violent incident. I mean, we said it's only a matter of time if a violent incident happens. I mean, it could have been way worse, but that's
for sure.
It's like it feels like might be the beginning of something else. Because the next one now, you don't know.
They're gonna be looking for
so they better tread lightly.
I really hope we don't get there, but it's kind of like this is where the dominoes are falling now.
We got to keep it a buck too, though, because I think anytime a police pull up to an altercation, the person who's bloody is likely not going to jail.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to. I'm not trying to make excuses for the police or whatever, the investigation. I'm talking about literally when you pull up to the scene, you see someone who looks like they're fine and they're whatever, and then the other person is bloody. There's usually they're gonna side with that other person.
No, and that's fine. But on the scene, there were a lot of witnesses and eyewitness accounts and whatever. So at that point, would they not canvas the area to see?
And that's the part we don't know really, right?
Like, because people were there and they saw what happened, they videoed it. So
because in one of the videos, you did hear someone trying to tell a police officer that it was this guy that started it. This guy came up and whatever. You heard someone say that. So I don't know. I mean, obviously, we're not privy to everything that was said during that discourse before the young man was arrested. But
don't get it twisted though. I believe it's some discrimination there. They saw that young boy. They was like, he definitely did this, and let's protect our interests.
A quick assumption was made.
100%, I believe that. Yeah, so 100%.
And I think that's where a lot of the frustrations lies for Caymanian.
Absolutely.
You didn't even give him the benefit of the doubt. You just assumed the worst. You didn't, and really, he wasn't even.
Thank he got you out of Dash Cam. I know. Shout out to whoever saw in Dash Cam.
We had multiple angles. You seldom get that. I mean, we had literally 3 or 4 different angles of that incident
in 4K.
Yeah, but they weren't. I'd say this mostly comes not from on the scene. They wouldn't have seen this on the scene.
No, they wouldn't have. Yeah,
they would have obviously gone off of what they saw.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what they saw was Larry or the microwave truck driver, him injured, and then the young Caymanian.
Yeah, of course.
What his name is again, Chris?
Larry.
Oh, okay.
Larry. Yeah. So from there, I'm guessing the assumption was made.